So, Mike,
Yeah.
this season, Bumpy has taken a step out of the gang life, and that's really affected the mob finances. So, with that said, can you please walk me through where Joe is this season? And can you please tell me more about the breakdown that you got at the beginning of the season, the expectations, as well as the reality of going through it?
Well, I mean, at the beginning of the season, Joe is he's out for blood. He's on a revenge tour of sorts because he just got back from 18 months in prison due to Chin and Bumpy, arranging a bust. And so, I Joe shows up this year and he's ready to settle scores. um, and as history tells us, a lot of times aggressive ambition can lead to a lot of problems, but that's kind of where it starts, and then it doesn't really let up all season long. It's always kind of, and Joe is a little bit, he has some hurt feelings. He's tried to work with Bumpy before. He offered him good deals. He wanted to be his friend, and Bumpy was never into it, and so this time Joe's not going to make that mistake again, and he's out to destroy everybody who's in his way.
Thank you. And Lucy, well, Stella has become a lot more jaded, since Teddy had passed away and after season one. So with that, I mean, she's kind of grown up in this crime family. She knows what they're capable of. She knows the stakes, and it's really affected her personally. And this season, she's kind of taken on her father's place, which in reality would probably not exist, given that, his character would probably still be taking over Harlem, but she's also kind of leaned into his like his mercilessness too. So can you please tell me about where Stella is at this season and how she's hanging on considering she's taking control of her dad's reins?
Yeah, I think that point about her being jaded is valid. You know, she when she was younger in the earlier seasons, falling in love with Teddy and then falling in love with Ernie, and her father killing both of her boyfriends. It sort of hardens a girl up a bit. And yeah, I guess she kind of can't escape him. She has the opportunity to go to Paris, but by that point, I think she's become so enmeshed in the world, and that there's some level of like Stockholm syndrome, but that became that she totally claimed the her connection to the mafia, and decided through her relationship with Joe in season 3 that she does actually want to find her power within that world. And so when she gets the chance to work with her dad, despite all the pain that they've been through together, she wants that. She wants to find her freedom through being as powerful as he is. And I guess she's learned from him that the way to have freedom in this world is to be the most fierce and the most aggressive and the most ruthless and merciless. Yeah. So that arc was very fun for me to play.
There's also some gender politics related to you stepping up in your father's role. And with that, Joe offers a proposition. And with that, there's also some physicality. I'm going to say, without spoiling anything, there's some violence. What were the conversations that you had with each other, given that you've kind of stepped into a new position? Your characters have stepped into a new role together.
Well, I think first the gender politics of it is, yeah, like at that time to be a woman in power within the mafia would be really taboo, and there's a lot of ways that Stella has to navigate that because it's not accepted. So she has to use all of her charms and wits to get away with having the power that she has.
Yeah, well, and also, utilizing the fact that other people aren't going to see her coming. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
playing that sort of, well, oh shucks, I don't really know, what should we do here?
Yeah.
Until it gets deadly serious, and you realize, no, she is the puppet master, and she is. But I think Joe was the first one to recognize that in her last season, and
Yeah, and was instrumental in her growing in that direction.
Yeah, like created the space for her to really contribute in this world. And you know, like everything Joe Colombo related, nothing is for free, and there's I need a return on that investment. That's for me, that's mine, and if you're not going to give it to me, maybe I have to take it. You know.
And she's a lot brainier, you know, than her dad. You know, she doesn't want to resort to violence first. And I think they kind of balance that out, given that you are only, you know, violence and only taking after her dad, and then she's, you know, she's considering things a little bit more compassionately, especially for the Black community. So, but thank you both for taking the time. And where can you find season 4 of Godfather of Harlem?
April 13th, MGM Plus.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.